Well, good evening, Track Gang. It happens to be Friday, August the 12th, and normally there would have been a video out this morning. Well, there was a bit of a problem. I had a couple of things going on. First issue is I had some technical difficulties with my new recording camera. For whatever reason, I guess it's just the cheap batteries that come with it. I don't know. It's not holding a charge. And I noticed last night while I was trying to record something that it was basically dying on me. So I'm going to have to get, find a better way of charging up the batteries or get new batteries or whatever for it. Anyway, that was one problem. Second issue was I was trying to do a repair job on my Baltimore and Ohio Riv Rossi passenger cars. They're the heavyweights, they got the six-wheel trucks, so on and so forth. I found somebody that had, let me back up a second, those cars they're decent cars. The problem was that somebody had converted them to McHenry couplers at one point. And the McHenry couplers and I do not get along. And I had issue after issue after issue with them, uncoupling, so on and so forth. So I was online late last week and actually found somebody selling number 505s, which are supposed to be the replacements that are supposed to go on those trucks. Well, I got them yesterday. And last night I was prepared to go ahead and put together a video of me repairing the Riv Rossi passenger cars. And that went completely sideways. Two problems. I ended up breaking one of the truck pins that holds the truck onto the car. That was the one issue. The other issue is, well, not only that, but somebody had butchered those cars at some point because that wasn't even the truck that belonged on that car. And the other truck, I went to modify it to be able to put the KD on and realized that seems like that these trucks are sitting a lot further back than what the 505s say that they're supposed to. So, in the midst of that, like I said, the camera started dying, my phone started ringing, and I'm like, I'm just done. So there won't be a repair video on those. In fact, I'm out actually now looking for replacements for those passenger cars, and I've got a bead on a set. So I'm going to keep my eyes open on that. Now, what I am going to show is going to be what I did for my buddy Big John, and that is coming up right now. Hey Track Gang, welcome to Vlog 31. I'm here with Big John. And we've spent about the last 2 hours or so,
at least maybe 3 or 4,
working on an old American Flyer steam locomotive that he has. It had a bad solder joint. Actually, it had more than one bad solder joint. And then we were sitting there messing with it. We go to put it back together, and it wouldn't work. And we're trying to figure out why. Well, anybody out there that has not messed with American Flyer AC, there is a reverser in the tender. That will not work if the tender is upside down. We found that one out the hard way. Yeah. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and drop the camera down here because we've got a loop of tracks set up here, and I'm actually going to swing that way. There we go. So there is the locomotive. That is a 462.
American Flyer, Pennsylvania, number 312 locomotive.
So we're going to
Pacific style.
Give it a little bit of power here, and of course we got to hit the reset.
Nah.
Maybe.
Wait, do I not have it on? Wait a minute, is it not? Did I not do the thing on the thing where I might not have did that right? So.
Sorry, technical difficulties, of course.
Naturally.
Naturally. So yeah, he gives me the honors to go ahead and let it run this time. And did we disconnect something here? Oh, wait a minute. That didn't look right.
So I had it the last time. Yeah, I'm on.
And we just popped.
Did we?
Yeah, it just popped it just popped the circuit breaker. Do we have something metal on the track someplace?
No, not that I see. Everything's connected, right? Yeah, that might not be helping too. It's kind of a bitch the way that's done in there.
Yeah, we got nothing. Yeah, figures. We just had this thing running around the track for like 20 to 15 minutes or so. And
yeah, and we come up with the. Oh, for Christ's sake.
We're on the right side of it.
Yeah. Something to get disconnected in the track, or is it the clip should be on? You know what might help? Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe cleaning the clip up a little bit. It's not in the right spot. I don't think I had it in that same exact spot. So.
Actually, the clip don't look too bad.
Yeah. Have it done underneath the track.
Well, let's give it a. How does this thing?
Here, you put it on there. And.
Oh. I think it. Well, let's see what we get now.
Bring it back.
We have it.
Okay.
There it goes.
Watch that side. Watch that side.
Yep, I got it.
I think it's this piece of track right here.
Oh.
It might. Oh, you hit it just reset. Yeah. Really? Bring it down. Bring it back up. Yeah. Bring it up. Bring it up. No, you're not.
Yeah, now the reverser's not switching.
Of course.
Of course.
Whoa.
There it goes. It got that wall hair up its butt again.
Come on.
It doesn't like that one piece of track over there for some reason.
I can see why too. Bring it back and yeah, this one's even after you hit it with that, it's still like a little pitted over here, and it's still. Yeah, try bringing it around now. That. It's after it gets past it though, so. every once in a while, when you come around the edge like this, as soon as it hits, as soon as it picks up at some of the intersects.
Like maybe one of the intersects isn't...
Yeah, connected right too, and that can happen. Especially after we moved it.
Yeah.
Well...
Go ahead and give it. There it goes. Oh, you know what, too? We had it running the other direction before.
Yeah, we did. We didn't run it this way.
Yeah, we didn't have it running counterclockwise. We had it running clockwise. You know what?
So anyway.
Yeah.
Well, why not?
When all else fails, just turn the locomotive around. You know, what the hey?
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we're not live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're not? Oh, okay, good.
No, we're not live.
Yeah, this way. Interesting.
Yeah. I'm trying to make sure my head isn't in the picture,
yeah.
Which it is.
Oh well, we'll excuse it later.
Yeah, the thing is, the radius on this is a little wider than the table.
Yeah.
So we're actually having to hold the track onto the table.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Except for when Big John gets his fingers in the way.
Yeah, well, I'm not trying not to do that. I'm used to this stuff being nailed down.
And what we were talking about is, if you turn the locomotive off or turn power off, it's supposed to go to neutral, and then you push the reset button and it'll actually go in reverse.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you hit the reset button again, it goes into neutral. You hit the reset button a third time and it goes back into forward. Mm-hmm. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a minute. For those that may not be familiar with American Flyer, and I know that that's probably quite a few of us, try and move the power or the camera over here a little bit. Here is that power supply. You got your throttle, and then there's a reset button. You have to have power to the track for the reset button to work. But this here actually belonged to my dad's set, his old HO set, but it runs the S gauge just fine. Mm-hmm. So that is American Flyer S gauge, and like I said, there was a broken wire, and then we had issues with the wiring in the tender, which is where the reverser is. And the first time I've ever actually messed with one of these, in any extent, because the one that you had the one time that we did work on, that one there was a bit far gone.
Yeah, it's water damage, and I need to take that somewhere to get it restored. So.
Yeah, that one there was a restore project, and that was a little bit above my pay grade. But, hey, I got an American Flyer to work.
Good job.
We'll be back.
Okay, so we're not 100% sure why it would run fine counterclockwise but wouldn't run clockwise. We're still thinking that there was something with the track. It was a makeshift setup on the table behind me, obviously, because I've got no place to run S gauge or S scale. So that was that was, I think, the third time I've actually messed with American Flyer S scale. Like I said, I actually had looked at that locomotive for him once before, but I didn't want to mess with it. That actually belonged to his grandfather, and I really wasn't familiar with what I was doing. And after that, I started watching or seeing some videos out there and so on and so forth. And when he told me that, well, this past Christmas, that it had fallen off the track and it hit the floor, I'm like, oh, geez. And I told him, I said, we'll get together, I'll take a look at it for you, and we'll see if we can't get it fixed. And all it was is one of the wires came loose, and once we dug into it a little bit deeper, the there's a barrel in the in that reversing unit, and what it is it's got two contacts on the front, and then there's two more contacts up on top, and that's how the reverser works. So in other words, there's on that barrel there's copper, and when it's in a certain position, it's either going to go forward, or it's going to go in reverse, or it's going to be in neutral. It's not going to do anything. So that's, like I said, we found out that needed to be cleaned up, which the Mineral Spirits did a wonderful job with that. And it just needed. I went ahead and put a little bit of grease on the main gear. The rest of it was in good shape. So that was a lot of fun. Like I said, him and I got a chance to hang out for about 5 hours or 6 hours this past Saturday night, and that was great. It's doing something other than dealing with bowling. Anyway, the 500 subscriber contest. That was the other part of this whole deal. As you know, I opened it up. I opened it up Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day it was. It's going to run until October. God, boom! It's going to run until August 31st, which is a Wednesday. That is the cutoff. You have to be a subscriber, and all you had to do on that video is type "I'm in." Now, as of this recording, I have 56 people that have said that they're in. I have got 5 people that have opted out. And I've got 2 people that made comments on the video, but they didn't say whether they were in or not. So if you go back and take a look and you see it, that's fine. If you want in, just put in "I'm in" on that video. I've gone through, and as I've seen folks respond, because I had issues with this in the past of missing people. This time, as I see somebody reply to that video, I'm putting them into a spreadsheet, and I'm putting them next to a number, and I'm replying back to that person with a number. If you have a thumbs up symbol and a number, you're in the contest. If you don't have either, you're not in yet. And like I said, I do know I've got a couple of folks that opted out, which is fine. I completely understand. And that's great. But if you do want in, all you had to do, "I'm in," and if you got a number from me and a thumbs up, you're in the contest. So, like I said, August the 31st at midnight Eastern, it's over. And then the drawing will be probably on my sidetrack Sunday in September. We'll see how things go. So, you all know the deal. Wait for the highball. Green tracks ahead. We'll catch you all next time. Be safe. God bless. We'll see you.